Away from Sky.
Thanks, Dan. Good morning, Mikel.
Morning.
Can I ask you, first of all, what is the hold-up with a deal for Mikel Merino, and is it starting to frustrate you? It hasn't happened yet.
No, and you know that I cannot talk about any player that is not with us. There's still time in the market, both ways, for all the managers, for all the teams here, and you can tell how busy it's getting.
Can we assume it's something that is going to happen soon?
I don't assume. The full focus is on the players that we have at the moment, the big match that we have tomorrow against Aston Villa, and that's where we're at.
I think I'm going to get a similar answer, but I'm going to ask about Eddie Nketiah leaving the club as well, and there's interest from Nottingham Forest. Do you expect Eddie to go over the next week?
I expect Eddie to train with us today to be prepared for tomorrow, and that's it. And whatever happens, it will happen if it's good for everybody.
Moving on, I assume you've always had belief, but when you look at the squad now, do you see belief that maybe wasn't there 2 years ago? It's a bit of a surprise. Arsenal were in the title race 2 years ago. You obviously got a lot closer last season. When you look at your players now, do you sense that they feel it's their time?
I always had a feeling, belief in our players, that we have to trust them. I have to trust them. You know, that's the only way to get the best out of your team, out of your individuals, and we always have them. Is to achieve what level? That's something else, you know. But obviously we know what we want, and it's not other thing that perform at the highest level every game to earn the right to win it. And tomorrow is no difference. It's the second game, and this is what we're going to do.
And obviously, Aston Villa were the only team to beat you twice last season. What was it that they did particularly well against you, or that you couldn't work out against them?
Well, they scored and we didn't. Very simple. In 2 games, even though we had enormous amount of chances to do that, and that was one of the big difference. There are other details for sure that we have analyzed, and we'll have to do better tomorrow. But yeah, and because they are a really good side, really well coached.
What makes them particularly difficult to play against?
They dominate every aspect of the game. You know, you give them a space to run. They are phenomenal. When they have no space and they have to find spaces, they're able to do that. And in restart set pieces, they are at it. That's why they did what they did.
Just finally for me, 4 of the Premier League managers now are all Basque.
Yeah.
What makes Basque?
Big community, yeah?
Yeah, I mean 20% of the Premier League managers are
Go to San Sebastian and then come back and then ask me that question. You all have to go there because it's a beautiful place, beautiful
Great
city,
restaurants.
great restaurants, great food, great culture.
What
Yeah,
makes you such good football managers then?
probably the passion and the education that we all got. And then, yeah, we all need opportunities and chances. Someone has to believe in you. I think what Unai and Julian did for us is incredible because they set the standard so high. They won a lot. The way they coached the team, the way they represented the clubs, it was at the highest level. So I think that gave a platform for the youngest one like myself, like Xavi, like Andoni, probably to end that curiosity, say, okay, maybe there are coaches here as well. So I think we have to be very grateful to those two.
Do you and Andoni and Julian and Unai have a WhatsApp group or anything?
No, we don't. No.
SK Basque.
Thank you.
Okay, Sarah from KLP.
Hello.
Timber replaced Zinchenko against Wolves for a short time, and he really showed what you've been missing, like aggressive, ball carrier, winning all his duels. With Calafiori added to the squad, can we expect at any point to see him be used as like a midfield alternative as well?
Yeah, he is. He can play in various positions. His versatility is one of the biggest strengths. Obviously, we missed him for 11 months. It's great to have him back. He played some minutes, quality minutes the other day, like Alex did as well. But I think Alex was really good as well, especially in the first 60 minutes against Wolves. And having that capacity in the squad to turn things around and find other things that the team is needing in that moment, I think it's something very valuable.
Players have spoken a lot about how effective you've been in getting the team in the right state of mind. They said this pre-season felt very different mentally as well. How has it been for you mentally as a coach to go through these seasons, develop the project, develop the squad, and keep everyone resilient and yourself ready?
It's great. It gives you so much energy. In our jobs, every day is something new, someone you want to unveil and try. The players give you so much information, so much to think about. And we have a staff, they're all curious, they all want to get better, they all want to evolve. And this is why transformation happens, because everybody's in the same page on that.
And Declan Rice, he said his best position is a 6, but he loves and gets excited playing as an 8. So in his Arsenal career and future, do we expect to see him as both and develop as both, or do you see him as a 6?
I think so. And at his age, I think it would be a big mistake not to do that and not to have the capacity to play in different positions. And then within the game, he will have a different role in relation to the opponent as well and what they do. And last year, he showed that he has the ability to shift from one game to the other, sometimes in the same game, and to have players like that with the short squad that we have is really important. Thank you.
Mikel,
Hi.
first away game of the season this weekend. No team took more points than Arsenal in the last 2 seasons away from home. How much confidence can a record like that, past performance, give the team before going to something like that?
That we've done it. That's the confidence. Now we have to show it again, and tomorrow we have to go there, obviously with that belief, being very clear what we want to do and what we have to do to earn the right to win the game, and we'll certainly try to do that again.
One on the guy Saka, he's one away from 100 Premier League wins already at the age of 22. I mean, he can break all sorts of records in his Arsenal career. Is that something that you think he's motivated about, those numbers, and do you use that to challenge him?
That's a question for him. Obviously, when you look at those numbers at his age, is very, very special, especially in the position that he plays. You said a different position that can be more consistent like that, but a rare thing to see, and big credit to him.
Alex from BBC.
Hi, Mikel.
Hi.
Durian Timber came on in the last match. Is he fit enough to start at the weekend, and could have a fitness update with the rest of the squad as well, please?
Yeah, well, he had a really good pre-season tier point, and then we had to stop him because he had a little issue there, and we didn't believe that he was ready to do that. We have to build him up. We have to be cautious with them, so I'm not sure about that.
And 5 players named in the PFA Premier League Team of the Year. You travelled to Manchester to see the players get their awards. Do you think it's important to show that support to the squad?
Yeah, it was a really proud moment, obviously, for the second year in a row to have 5 players in the starting 11. It's a big thing, so everybody at the club is really proud of them, really proud of the team. They are there because all the players as well have contributed for them to perform at that level, and obviously all the staff that is involved every day to try to make them better.
You've spoken of how the transfer window is open for all the managers. Will you still be looking for players up until the end of the window? Do you have a number you'd like to bring in?
We have to, because anything can happen both ways, and you have to be ready. And especially in the last week, you better be alert and be prepared, because a lot of surprises can come for many different reasons, and we are prepared.
Simon from the Standard.
Hi, Mikel.
Hi.
When you sort of left us in the summer, I think everyone thought by this stage your sort of new contract would be signed and everything. Just for any fans who might be concerned that it's not, is there any sort of update? Should they be worried at all that you've not done it yet?
The focus has been on the transfer window, and we had quite a lot of things to do and discuss, and we are on it, and we would take care of that in the right moment.
Is that one of those things when the window's done, you can then sort of sit down and have those talks?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hi, how are you?
Hello, good.
How big a test so early in the season is this game for away?
Yeah, one of the toughest places to go for sure, and we know that, and we prepare really well to understand what we have to do, and we will try to go there to win the game for sure.
Is it important for you to get one personally over Emery?
Personally,
Yeah.
I don't take things personally. I just have the will to win and prepare the team in the best possible manner, regardless who do I play against.
We have still got a week of the transfer window. How would you sum it up? Because some clubs you would expect to do maybe a lot of business, like, for example, Arsenal, Man City, Liverpool, we've done none, have been very quiet, and the other clubs have been really busy. Does that show everyone else needs to catch you up?
Well, I think everybody will be in a different position. We knew what we wanted to do, what we could do as well, which is important, and you have to put those two things together at the end, and then what is available that really can strengthen the squad, can make the team better for the short, medium, and long term as well, which is important. And another thing is very important is looking at our academy as well, that it has to be looked in the right way, because now we have some promising talent coming up there, and we have to create a space for those kids to start to come very close to the first team as well.
I'm glad you mentioned that, because that was my final question. Is one of your star player is Mikel, who's come through Hale End, your academy. Yet we've seen throughout the summer, if I presume that Eddie Nketiah will leave, him leave Arsenal, Oliver Skip leave Spurs, Conor Gallagher leave Chelsea. It seems clubs are more selling their academy players these days than promoted into the first team?
I wouldn't differentiate that because Arsenal and any other club has sold all the players. They are part of the squad. You cannot differentiate. They are getting sold sometimes because the player wants to go, sometimes because the club needs to, because both of them agree that is the best thing to that stage of their career, and as well is that those players have been for a long time at the club, which maybe with foreign players it hasn't happened. So I wouldn't look at it that way. I think it is important that when we make a decision, when the players makes a decision, we are fully aligned. And in the case of Emil, it was clear he has expressed that desire to play more with what happened in the last 2 seasons. And it's very understandable, you know, and you cannot stop in a way of somebody that has given you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, Art, Athletic.
I know a lot of the focus is what goes on the pitch and the transfer market, as you just mentioned. I was wondering, for you, do you put much importance on the way you communicate information, whether it be in here with us guys or with your team, the players and stuff like that?
Yes, especially not to create more problems. It is very important, you know, at the end, I'm here, I'm representing the club, I'm representing that team, those players as well, and you guys have to understand what we do. I need to express that in the right manner. I need to understand where you guys coming from as well, and it is very important. Every time we are here in front of the media representing the club, it's a huge thing, obviously.
Is that a skill that you've maybe needed to develop over time, and is it different when you're alone with the players?
It is, but as a player as well, you have that responsibility. And when they put you the mic straight after the game and your heart is still beating high and full of emotions, it's tricky. And we don't get any education to do that. So probably it's trial and error, a lot of error, and then hopefully you will get better. But it's something that is there and we have to live with it.
Okay, last couple in the last section, Kaya.
Just on that, Mikel, obviously last season, this fixture at Aston Villa, you were sat in the stands.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder what are your memories of that, and did it change?
I didn't enjoy it one bit. No, felt too far. It's the moment that I love the most during the week. You are just building everything to get to that moment, be in the grass next to a player, and the competition is on your veins. And to be there, it was frustrating.
Did it make you think, I have to make sure I'm there?
Yeah, it's easy, yeah. On that is when you make a mistake, you are there. I should have, but it's too late, I should have. But, yeah.
And also, just at Chelsea, Raheem Sterling's been left out of the squad for the past couple of games. You obviously worked with him at Man City. I wondered if there was maybe any temptation to give him a call and try and convince him to come to Arsenal.
No, but I can talk with my time with Raheem. That was exceptional. I think we built a really strong relationship together. He was unbelievable at the time that we were together, and he taught me a lot as well about the individuals, how the players think, how we give them support and I'll help them, and he's someone that I really have strong feelings about.
And obviously that massive squad Chelsea have got, you had something similar, not on the same scale, but do you sympathise with what Enzo Maresca is going through in terms of having to deal with so many players and having players who aren't part of the fold? What are the difficulties of that, and do you sympathise with him for that?
I don't know, I'm not in his shoes. He's someone that I really like. The way he coaches, I have some really good things about him. I know him a little bit, and I just wish him the best. He's got a beautiful project as well ahead of him, I think, and just wish him the best.
James, ESPN.
Mikel, you said you'll look at the contract sort of next month.
I didn't say next month, no? Did I say?
Well, when the window's closed.
Yeah, it's okay.
I'll assume in September. Well, you've taken the club such a long way. You must be really excited by the idea of where you can go, not just this season, but in the years to come.
I am very grateful, first of all, for where I'm sitting and the people that I work with every single day, because it's really difficult to find that harmony, that trust, that belief, that same alignment in the vision, and it's something I always mention, and especially after, because I believe that we have an unbelievable still time ahead of us, and it's very excited, and I'm very excited about it.
Look at, obviously Pep had 9 years at City, you're going to have a similar time at Liverpool. Is that kind of longevity a sort of target for you? Do you see yourself here for that kind of time?
I see myself today and tomorrow, and this is the reality of us as managers, and I think that we have to live with that urgency as well. I think it's something good. It's something that I actually like, and looking 2 years time, 3 years time, with yourself, you have to plan, because it's the club. What is going to happen afterwards? It will depend on how good the results that we get. That's it. That's our reality. In the meantime, do your best and enjoy it if you can.
Okay, we'll now go for 10:30 tonight. So 10:30 tonight, Friday. Let's kick off with